let's dive right in into the first misconception about Drupal decoupled that you were talking about. The first one and foremost, the most the one that people encounter right away is uh, installing and configuring Drupal is complicated. What do you think about that, and why is it a misconception?
Well, the
What
answer
makes
is it's yes, probably, and but it's but it's true and it's not. It's unlike the other CMSs like that provide like one-click installs.
Mm,
Long time Drupal hasn't provided anything like that, but now it's changing. Now you have like more like easier ways to install, and there's a lot of pieces involved into a Drupal site. So it's there's Composer for managing dependencies. There is Drush for the CLI, and most of the tutorials or things you saw about Drupal just take you directly to those places instead of like
right,
providing you like a one-click install. And there's some, there's some initiatives on Drupal for trying to move into that direction.
mm,
And even we have in our like decoupled Drupal project a way to deploy Drupal like one click, so you can
yeah,
try front end and back end at the same time. So again, regardless if did you have like two systems, you can do that like easily. I will say easily, right?
hmm
Last famous words. But again, it's been maybe Drupal is not as simple as other CMSs, but it's not that complicated neither.
right. Yeah, and the idea I think that of making this project Drupal decoupled is to make it easier for people that actually have to find a workaround how to set up the Drupal ecosystem, because it's very common that phrase to say like once you install Drupal, congratulations, you have nothing, because actually one of the most powerful features about Drupal is this customization, no? But we want to make it easier for people to actually get into the ecosystem and start building.
Yeah,
But
exactly. So we just want to remove the friction of like having a server, having a database, having, all the different pieces in or subsystems. So again, by using something like Drupal decoupled, you can have that like right away, just one click, same as the other CMSs.
right, right. And going into the same topic, like what does a typical setup look like now versus like 5 years ago? Has it changed a lot? You were saying that they are um, implementing new features to make it easier, but was it really different from the past, or what's
Well,
your
same thing, yes and no. Drupal has been changing a lot. The UI installer is in there for so long, but now it's getting better. It's getting better. It's getting
mm,
more polished. It looks more like modern. But in the end, something that we can talk about that has been changing or providing like a better interface for doing that, it's something called recipes. Recipes is a
mm,
project that simplifies Drupal installation and configuration. Long story short, it allows you to define and share some pre-configured
mm,
settings
yeah,
and but not only settings. So you can set like a module, and also, that module could be like pre-configured, but it also not like a single module. You can have like a set of modules. Think about in the past, we used to have something called profiles, but there's
mm,
have some other complications. But recipes is a way to pre-pack or like provide a preset of configuration for spinning
right.
up Drupal sites.
Yeah, like instead of you configuring everything, you already have this recipe. That's what the name. That's why
Yeah,
it's named like that, and it makes it easier for people that actually don't know their
yeah,
way around Drupal, right?
yeah. You can have a recipe for like a blog inside. So you have a
Mm,
recipe, it's a pre-configured set of features. So instead of going to Drupal and installing Drupal and having to create those content types manually and taxonomies or whatever, so this recipe is it's already pre-packaged with all the needs for that particular feature. You can have recipes for events or any other like site configuration.
right, right. So yeah, it sounds like it has become easier, and actually we want to make it easier for people with this project, Drupal Decoupled, to get into the Drupal ecosystem.